I'm going to go over our practice for Thursday night. Before we do that, I want to go back to Tuesday's switch behind the net that we were working on. This is a video that I posted for you guys before. I think you watched it the first time and maybe it still wasn't sinking in. We did some drills last night at practice, or Tuesday night at practice. But now that you've done the drills and seen the video once, I want you to look at the video again. And if you remember in practice, we set up a line of guys right here, a line of guys right there. I put two players in front of the net, and the coach would chase you around the net, and then the guy in front would call for the switch. He would pick it up. You would pick up the puck, start skating up this way, and we would break it out. This is a game situation where that play is exactly happening. All right, this guy's got pressure on him hard. White is going full speed, and as you're going to watch, we can't hear what he says, but he may say switch or something. They put that puck off the boards, and notice what's happened. The puck was going this way, so everybody on the ice was going that direction, and it frees up that space. And once he picks up the puck, he's just going to skate as quick as he can, get that free space up. And for us, we were working on our hitting our breakaway guy, so we know we have a guy crossing up inside the neutral zone. But this is what it looks like. And you see him put on the brakes. He still is about 10 feet away from that guy, so he doesn't even get a chance to catch them. So that was a big important concept I was trying to get through to you guys. I think we were having some problems inside in front of the net here, understanding who's supposed to go back and cover. In our SAG, we have a D and a center in front of the net, depending on where the puck is. But that's the switch that takes place. And the reason for it, again, is he's got a man on him hard. And so he puts the puck off the boards to this guy. All right, so let's move on to practice here for tomorrow night. So the first drill we're going to do is just a quick overspeed drill. I'm going to line you guys up just like this with two pucks. I'll blow a whistle. Three guys from each line are going to take off with pucks. You're just going to cross your feet as fast as you can. You'll come down one at a time, and the goalie's going to see shot, shot, shot. And so no three people will be shooting at the same time. So give him a chance to catch up there. Okay, so after we get through that drill, we're going to go, and this will be right when we get on the ice. We're going to warm up, not waste any time. We only got 50 minutes when we get out there. So we're going to move on from there. Next drill I want to do, let me make sure I'm going through this order right. Yep. Next drill I want to do is we're going to get a chance to do 2-on-1, and then you guys are going to do a 3-on-2. And it's going to be full ice, a lot of movement in the drill. It's a lot of fun though. And we're going to work on breakouts at the same time. So when we go out there for the drill, I need half my forwards here, half my forwards here. You guys are in the same spot in the neutral zone. And you can stack all the defensemen right here. 1D is going to be ready because he's going to be the breakout guy. And this other defenseman at center ice is going to be ready because the attack's going to come on him. All right? So we're going to do two kinds of breakouts. The first breakout we're going to do is what we call bottom out. Or for guys that played with me last year, is very similar to our breakout last year. Two forwards are going to come down and crisscross. You'll get the puck and you'll break it out. On the second breakout that's going to occur, we're going to have us do our new breakout. So the next two forwards are going to come right here. The D's going to go behind the net. He'll pick a side, and whichever side he picks, that D's going to skate down, receive the puck, and it's going to be a top-bottom breakout. So let me just let the narration go here so you can see what it looks like. So the coach is going to dump a puck down in the zone. That defenseman's going to go behind the net and pick it up. F1 and F5 are going to curl, bottom-out breakout. And the defenseman's going to feed you guys a pass, okay? And by the way, D2 is going to move up a little bit, close that gap. You guys are then going to go down the ice and attack 2-on-1, okay? D1, you're going to skate up out behind the net, and the coach is going to dump you a second puck behind the net. All right, so F1, F5, you get your shot off and you're done. D1 is going to get another puck to dump behind the net. And at this point, you notice that the first group that went has gotten off the ice. All right, so this coach dumps the second puck down, and now we have F2 and F6 who are going to go. So we've done the 2-on-1. Now here comes the 3-on-2. All right, so what I'm looking for this time is our new breakout, which is a top down instead of a bottom up. So this was a bottom up, and now we're going to come and post up on the line right here. Notice the defenseman is already in the quiet zone behind the net. We're going to read what he does. He's going to pick a side, and our forwards are going to react appropriately. So there he is in the quiet zone. We have the 2D step up, get ready for the 3-on-2. Defenseman's going to pick F6. So that means F2 is going to be the weak side guy. So notice F2 is going to take off, try and get behind those defensemen. He's going to cut across. If F6 can make that pass, he's going to do it. D1's going to join the rush this time, and those two forwards and that defenseman are going to attack D4 and D5 for a 3-on-2. Okay? And we've got a middle drive. We got back support. As you can see right here, we have the back support. We have the middle drive, and here's the two defensemen we're going on. All right? So a 2v1, and then it's going to become a 3-on-2. And of course, the flow of the drill will be really quick as far as these two rushes are concerned. But don't let go of the fundamentals, right? So on the 2v1 defenseman, you're trying to take away that pass. On the 3v2, let's have a middle drive, guys, and let's have back support and see what kind of offense you guys can create on those chances. Just your last time looking at it right here. Please watch these drills again if you don't understand, so we can just go right into them at practice. Here comes our second breakout. So this is going to be our current one this year, our top bottom. So F6 and F2 are going to come to the top of the blue line because the puck's already in the quiet zone. D1's going to pick which wing he wants to break out to. He chooses F6. That means F2 is the weak side guy. He's going to take off outside of the zone, see if we can feed that breakaway pass. You don't have to, but if you get the chance to do it, do it. And then those three guys, F6, F2, and D1, are going to attack 3-on-2. And looking for that middle drive, outside drive. Really fun drill. And when you're done, just jump right back into the lines. We're going to roll the next group up every single time. Okay? So that's that drill. Next one is called a 3-on-2 attack. And one of the things I've noticed for us is when the puck is coming back into our zone, and we have two defensemen back, or we have three forwards coming back, or whatever we do, whichever side the puck is on, that's where everybody's looking. Nobody's looking at the back door. Nobody's picking up the late guy. We don't have that awareness. And so that's what the purpose of this drill is. So what will happen is, let's focus on black for a minute. Notice we have three black forwards and two defensemen. You got the next line that's ready to go right here at the top of the circle. They have their own puck. So green line's got the puck, and there's two defensemen. So I'm going to throw a puck down. You three black forwards are going to play 3-on-2 on these defensemen. If you score, I'll yell new puck. I'll give you another puck. I might give you one puck. I might give you two pucks. I might give you four if you guys are hustling your butt off. At some point in the drill, I'm going to blow my whistle. When I blow my whistle, that's the indicator for these three green forwards to take off and attack 3-on-2. Now, the whole purpose of this back check drill is for the highest forward at the time, which, as you can see from this example, the highest forward out of these three is this man. He's going to try and get back into that rush and make that 3-on-2 turn into a 3-on-3. Okay, so the point is to catch up and make it not an odd man rush after a while. Found a good example of this with Daniel Alfredson. I wanted to let you watch this play real quick.
A 5-game suspension for that. Right. Yeah.
So
here comes Crosby with Stepniak, leaves it for him.
Now, it's not a 3-on-2, but I want you to notice who was the guy that came back and got the puck. It wasn't the two defensemen. The forward was back checking his butt back to the house. He comes up right behind Stepniak, picks up the puck, and you see that's where the turnover occurs. So that's the reason we have the back checkers going. One of the other things you guys need to understand, what makes this drill successful, excuse me, is if the defensemen point to who they have. So if I'm this defenseman, I'm going to point to this guy saying, hey, I got him, I got him. This defenseman is going to work these guys as a 2-on-1 until somebody gets back to help. But this D can point and say, hey, I got the puck carrier, I got the puck carrier. In that case, the back checking forward, he knows who's not covered, right? So he's going to bust his butt all the way back and try and pick up the one forward that's not being covered. But the only way we can know that is if the defensemen point to who they have. And I just want to give you a little example of the whole pointing thing. Now watch right here in the replay. You can see the Detroit defenseman is pointing to who he's got in the play. Or not to who he's got. In this instance, it's kind of interesting. He's telling this forward, hey, you take him, I've got him. And I was looking at this a couple times, wondering why they switched, and I believe it's, he's got a better defensive position on the puck carrier. He's closer to the net, so he feels that his angle is better to pick him up. But one of the things is the communication that occurred between these two guys. So when we do this drill tomorrow, I'm going to look. I'm going to say, who do you got? Who do you got? I want to make sure our defensemen are pointing to the players that they're covering. That way, that third forward coming back knows exactly who he needs to cover on. And you notice this turned into a 3-on-3 because of the back check as well. So good little drill we're going to do tomorrow. Then I want to go into our actual power play setup, guys. And we haven't really had a big chance to go into that, but we're going to go into it tomorrow. We've done our power play breakout. I think you guys have a good little grasp of it. We'll continue to work on it. But before we go to the power play, I want to do the small game. And we've done it inside the zone. Now we're going to do it in the neutral zone so you really get a feel for it. So it's the 3 X's versus the 3 O's. X's, you cannot leave this spot right here. O, you cannot leave this spot right here. This X is responsible for this area right here. This X is for this area. So you all have your little zones. What I want you to take away from this drill is the amount of 2-on-1s that exist. There is a 2-on-1 with O right here, 2-on-1 with O's right here, 2-on-1 right here as well. Once you grasp these concepts and you guys move the puck quickly, power play is going to make a lot more sense to you, and you're going to be able to exploit a team's penalty kill. So we'll bust through this for a little bit just to get a feeling. Let me see how you guys move around, how well your passes are. Do we hold the puck too long? Do we not hold it soon enough? Does one guy get it and just shoot it all the time, not looking at the option he has at the back door? You got to be creative, okay? So let's go right into our overload power play here. All right. Now I call it a hybrid umbrella, and here's why. When we first start the power play, and just pretend these are cones, just for now, all right? When we first start the power play, we're going to overload the zone a bit. So we're going to put a winger in the corner, a winger on the half boards. We got our 2 defensemen up, and then we got a guy in front of the net. He can be anywhere in this general area. Okay? What's typically going to happen is when the puck is down low, this penalty killer is going to come out and address you. All right? And so go back to our game for a minute. What do we have? Well, we have these 2 guys creating a 2-on-1 with this man. And if this guy was able to come across and beat him, you have these 2 forwards creating a 2-on-1 with this man. But for our power play setup, and so that we're all on the same page, what we're going to try and do is have our guy on the half boards and the guy on the corner. They're going to pass the puck back and forth a few times until they feel they can exploit this guy. What cues us to go from an overload to an umbrella is this man right here. All right? So at some point when he sees the opportunities right, he's going to rush to the net as quick as he can. As soon as he does that, that's the cue that we're going to start transitioning into our umbrella. Okay? And this forward, that's after this guy vacates, this forward's going to get this puck off the boards up to this defenseman. The right defenseman's going to rotate around. The left defenseman's going to carry the puck, and this guy's going to come take his spot. And now we're going to have 2 guys in front. Got a little animation here to show you what it looks like, so that way we can clear up any confusion that we have. So let me let it play here. So here you're going to have the forward on the half boards and the forward in the corner working the puck. And you see that penalty killer come out. At some point, that forward's going to rush across, and that's the indicator, hey, time to move to the umbrella. So F1 in the corner down there is going to get that puck off the boards as quick as he can. The defensemen are going to rotate across, and in just a moment, we're going to freeze it here just so we can take a look. Give it just a second. I think that left defenseman, I move him over just a little bit more here. But you notice our setup is a lot different. Instead of an overload, now we're set up for a ton of one-timers, okay? So let's take a look at it now. Ton of traffic in front of the net. Great net presence, which is exactly what we want. You guys are going to take these 2 penalty killers completely out of the play. One of the things that I've found with CBHL teams is most coaches teach their kids to play a box. All right? What's crazy about an umbrella is if you play a box like this, look at this shooting lane that occurs right here. He's open, wide open in the middle, because these 2 penalty killers don't know whether they need to cover these guys on the outside or not. Okay? But once we set up into these zones, notice we have a 2-on-1 with this guy, and we have a 2-on-1 with this guy. You guys are going to be set up on your one-timer hand, so I'm going to have a left defenseman right here, a righty right here, and a righty right here. Okay? And this player is going to be a right-hander, and this one's going to be a left-hander as well. So we have 2 lefties. So we got many different options here. You guys can bounce those pucks back and forth, read the penalty killer, see who comes out to attack you, and if this man comes over here, let's fire across and boom, crank a one-timer on. If this man comes out to attack, let's fire across and crank a one-timer on. Many, many different options. You guys have to be alert for it. But the game we played beforehand is kind of trying to help you understand when those situations occur. Okay? big weakness with this with this power play is because we don't have two guys necessarily at the top. If he turns the puck over because we either shoot it into a guy's legs or he makes a great poke check, this is the only guy back, and the other two, the right defenseman and the forward, have to hustle their butt back so you don't give up any shorthanded goals. But that'll be the power play that we're going to work with tomorrow. Okay? Please, if you guys don't understand the video, make sure you watch it one more time. And that should be it. I will see you guys tomorrow night.